here we are, on the Furious One's bloody doorstep, preparing to enter a Daedric ruin to try to stop my brother's march toward power. I hope that device you mentioned really can counter the invulnerability granted by the staff, Sunera. Well, that's larger than I expected, but it looks simple enough to operate. I suppose it's better that I work the device. I'm not sure I'm capable of attacking Chodola. He's still my brother, no matter how dangerous his beliefs have become. I'll help you counter the effects of Sunera. Maybe once we neutralize it, Chodola will listen to reason. I know that's probably just wishful thinking. I'll settle for finding out who tempted Chodola with that damn staff. Go ahead. Ask your questions. Then head into the ruins. I'll be right behind you. The tribes rejected him. Azura set her face against him. Now Chodola's seeking aid wherever he can find it. That makes him more desperate than I imagined, and more dangerous. Why he decided to solicit Malakath, the god of curses, I have no idea. Malakath's an evil god, the Daedric prince of curses and broken promises. Perhaps that's why Chodola has sought him out. The prophecy of the Nerevarine was Chodola's to fulfill before it was wrenched away from him. Perhaps, but I don't think so. The Oathbreaker prefers a more direct approach. He isn't one to hide behind convoluted schemes and plots. Still, if Malakath agrees to support my brother, we'll have one more problem to deal with. The tribes rejected him. Azura set her face. It's true, I have no love of the Tribunal. I also have no stomach for a war between my people and the Great Houses. Too much blood will be spilled to no good end. Even Azura proclaims that my brother must be stopped. I'll help you in any way I can. Malakath's an evil god. The Daedric... Over there! Those Red Exiles! They've been slaughtered.
the shield.
Chodala, he's gone mad. Sought to make a deal with a Daedric prince. Chodala appealed to Malakath, but the god of curses rebuked him. Killed us all. Said Chodala already served another. He went deeper into the ruins, into Malakath's shrine.
These creatures, they don't belong to Malakath. Another prince's power is at work here.
You dare refuse me, Malakath? I am the Nerevarine!
Chodala, brother, stop this madness!
You bring this outlander to kill me, sister? You can't harm me! I have a powerful patron on my side!
The staff protects him. You can't hurt him until we use the tonal inverter. I need a moment to get this working.
What is that? No matter. You are no longer worth my time.
Scarfin! They serve the Prince of Bargains. Keep them busy while I finish this. The tonal inverter is ready. Stand in the field and focus the wave.
My protective shield! What have you done? I'll destroy all of you for this!
Azura, we've dealt with the false Nerevarine, just as you commanded. That was harder than I expected. Chodala was so angry, so full of rage, not like himself at all. Still, I can't believe I helped kill my own brother. I know that! It was either Chodala or the lives of hundreds of Dunmer. All because he convinced himself he was the Nerevarine. Or someone convinced him. Either way, my brother is dead, and the Cavern of the Incarnate has another resident. Take Sunera, and I'll meet you back in Vivec City. Your Archcanon made it quite clear that the staff was the key to saving Vivec. I need to take care of my brother's remains. Then we'll be done here.
Red Mountains, particularly...
Pull yourself together. They're a buoyant armiger for Vivec's sake.
Oh, this is terrible. Lord Vivec collapsed. Tell me, Outlander, were you able to defeat Chodola? Have you brought me? And just in time. According to my calculations, with every use of Sunera, Chodola drained more energy from Lord Vivec. It almost killed him. We can use this stuff to save Vivec. Just plant it in the floor, and the power will return to him.
It's working just as I expected.
What are you doing? It's killing him!
What did you expect? That's the point of all this, after all.
I've powered up the tonal inverter. Activate the wave!
You're too late. I see it now, the Clockwork City. Look at what Barbas found for your master.
I knew something was wrong as soon as I approached the palace. I could feel it in my bones. I was on my way here when Azura showed me a vision. I saw Sunara killing Vivec. Even without Chodola, that damn staff is dangerous. I don't think that thing was ever the Archcanon. It called itself Barbas. As an Ashlander, I'm more familiar with Daedric lore than most of the elves of the Great Houses. Beyond that, I've made a study of the most prominent Daedric princes. Because Barbas is a loyal servant of the Daedric prince, Clavicus Vile. I'm not an expert on the Prince of Bargains, but it seems to me that this was all part of some grand plan. Perhaps Vivec can explain things better than I can.
Azura's champion is correct. That was Barbas, faithful hound of Clavicus Vile, a shapeshifter. He killed the Archcanon, took his place. Chodola sought the seal's device, impersonating Tarvas. It was all part of some elaborate plan. That was simply a consequence. They needed tribunal energy to locate the Clockwork City. I was the easiest target. If Barbas enters Sotha Seal's city, disaster will follow. I appreciate your help, but I must conserve what remains of my energy.
What happened here? Where's the Archcanon? Oh, by the three, Lord Vivec looks terrible. Where's Archcanon Tarvas? He always seems to know what to do in situations like this. Barbas? The Daedric Hound? Wait, I don't understand any of this. But if Lord Vivec's energy has been depleted, then the Moonlit... Red Mountain... My gods! All of Vardenfell's in danger! If only there was a way to give Lord Vivec some energy... Wait! That's it! A blessing stone! Find the Overseer and retrieve another stone from the construction site. Oh, please, hurry. I've never seen Lord Vivec in such a desperate state. I expect the Overseer's near the unfinished cantons, watching out for looters. When people panic, they're capable of anything. And with all the chaos going on outside, the Overseer closed the construction site. Get her key and bring back a stone. A few moments ago, Red Mountain erupted and the moonlit above the city dropped dangerously low in the sky. I assume that was when Lord Vivec's energy was depleted. If we don't find a way to restore some of his power, and soon, Vardenfell is doomed. I'm not sure, but our first priority must be to restore some of the Lord Vivec's energy. After that, he can tell us what we need to do next. Did Barbas give any indication as to why he did this to Lord Vivec? Sotha Seal's private domain. It said that the place holds the secret to remaking Nirn. I suppose that would interest Barbas and his master, Clavicus Vile. But Clockwork City can wait. The moonlit hanging above us, not so much. Someone has to take care of Lord Vivec. I'll make the preparations necessary to return the power and the Blessing Stone to him. I'm really operating above my station here. I'm not the Archcanon, after all. Then again, neither was Tarvas, I suppose.
Bardau! It's moving!
Lord Vivec, save us!
are you? It's too dangerous. Get out of there! My wife decides to run out and chase some damned looters in the middle of a disaster. Who does that sort of thing? You'd think Lord Vivec's overseer would have a clearer head. She ran into the unfinished Cantons. She's been beating herself up over the fact that they're behind schedule, but she won't do anyone any good if she gets herself killed. My wife's tough as nails, but she's no warrior.
We barely got out of there alive. I can't believe the Overseer's still in there. What's she going to do when the Canton sinks into the bay? Yes, the Overseer ran in there when she saw the looters. We tried to follow, but then the moonlit began raining fire, ash, and chunks of rock. Last I saw, she was chasing the looters into the far Canton. Greed is a powerful motivator. We left tools and materials just sitting around, unprotected, when the priests ordered everyone to get off the streets. Looters happily risk their lives if there's a profit to be made.
One steals from Lord Vivec. Another looter! You want a taste of my steel, too? No, wait. I remember you. You borrowed one of our blessing stones. Well, the Archcanon returned it after Lord Vivec was finished with it, so no need to fret about that. That's impossible! We installed the Blessing Stone back in its canton and finished construction on that section a short time ago. Wait a moment. Does this have something to do with the chunks of rock raining down on the city? I suppose you're in luck, then. We happen to have another Blessing Stone. It's at the third canton. Here. This key will open the door to that portion of the construction site. Just watch out for more looters. And the rocks falling out of the sky. Verona? Was she still angry with me? No, you don't have to answer that. I know my wife. I'll head back and let her know I'm all right. Tell Lord Vivec he can have our Blessing Stone, as long as he promises to do something about Bar Dao.
Circle around.
It's raining fire from the sky!
Lord Vivec, save us!
You've returned. It sounds like the city is falling apart out there, so there isn't much time. Were you able to get another Blessing Stone? We need to restore some of Lord Vivec's energy before the moonlit falls out of the sky. Perfect. Oh, I can feel Lord Vivec's essence inside it. I hope I remember how to do this. You'd better stand back, just in case. Hang on, Lord Vivec.
Sweet energy, like a sip of water for a thirsty man.
Oh, thank the three. Lord Vivec looks better already. Of course, the Blessing Stone is only a temporary measure. We still need to determine what to do about Barbas and the stolen energy. As Lord Vivec has written, the bravest heart never falters. You are truly Vivec's champion. I didn't know if the Blessing Stone was going to work, but I appreciate your help. Now go and talk to Lord Vivec. I'm sure he has a plan to share with us.
Outlander, my time grows short. Clarity emerges, like sunlight breaking through the clouds. Barbas must have replaced the Archcanon weeks ago. All to set the wheels in motion to steal my divine energy. Every move has a purpose. Stealing my energy sowed discord and disaster throughout the land, and ultimately revealed the location of the Clockwork City. If Barbas and his master can bypass the wards and enter Sotha Sil's domain, Clavicus Vile distracted me, weakened me, all to locate the Clockwork City. Perhaps we require a Daedra. To fight a Daedra. Azura's champion, Saren, in Archcanon's office. Seek guidance from her patron. But hurry. My time grows short.
Outlander, over here. I've been trying to find something that makes sense of all.
Mortal, the Lady of Twilight has words for you. So Vivec deigns to ask for help? I foresaw such an event, but scarcely believed it. Listen well, for if you continue to perform flawlessly, we might yet thwart the efforts of Clavicus Vile and his hound, Barbas. Just as I anticipated, the mysteries reveal that Barbas seeks to enter the Clockwork City. So far, Sotha's sealed wards have impeded him, but the Hound has Sunra. You must beat him to the prize, the reservoir that holds Vivec's stolen energy. Such knowledge has been hidden even from me, mortal. But I know someone who can provide you with the means to travel to Sotha Seal's creation. Stand back, and I shall summon the Mage of Cogs and Gears.
Interesting. That shouldn't have happened. Now, where in oblivion am I?
Mage, this mortal speaks with the authority of the Mother's soul.
Interesting. Summoned by a Daedric prince and her mortal mouthpiece. I was right in the middle of a crucial experiment. But I suppose I can spare a few clicks of the cogs for Azura and my erstwhile assistant. So, did you break the tonal inverter? No, not going to happen. No offense to the Lady of Twilight, but Sotha Seal was quite adamant about keeping the place hidden and warded against the Daedra. Wait. Pistons fall into place. This concerns Sunra and Lord Vivec, I presume. Barbas, another Daedra. Thinking. So the Seal's forgotten tools modified to steal Vivec's energy, which in turn energized the Clockwork City. Lit it up like the top of Red Mountain. Even Vile's dog would be able to see that. What is Barbas after? Wait, gears click into place. The reservoir! You need to reach the reservoir that contains Vivec's stolen energy before Barbas. I can get us to the entrance in Set's vault, beneath the Mournhold Temple. Ready to go? You'll need my help. I know the city almost as well as Sotha Seal. Follow me. I think the Hound used Sunra to get inside. We have to hurry. Daedra! Vile creatures of chaos. Deal with them, please. Wait! Those Scaffin have agitated one of the Guardians. well now. Here's some Sophie Seal's inspiring creation. Let's go inside. Over here! Don't let the hound see you.
Oh, my favorite dupe has finally arrived! Oh dear.
You can talk to the Daedric dog if you want,
I've got
and
Sudara.
follow me into the maintenance junction.
You may not believe this, but I really am happy to see you. I grew rather fond of you while I inhabited that dreadful dark elf form. Now you get to see me in all my glory. And soon, you'll be able to witness my greatest achievement. I'm going to bring my master's grandest plan ever to fruition. He'll be so proud of me. Just stay out of my way and enjoy the show. I promise it will be highly entertaining. Oh, yes, indeed. The grandest! My master and his partner seek to... Oh, no. Bad, Barbas. I almost gave away the surprise. Oh, you're a tricky one, you are. But my master will be so pleased that I stepped in and made his plan even better. My master has been trying to find this place for the longest time. He actually set the ball rolling. I saw an opportunity to improve his plan and make it better, so I took the initiative. This will get me back in my master's good graces, you'll see. Worried about the Archcanon? The poor old man. He died in his sleep, all peaceful-like. I saw an opportunity and leapt right in. Stupid Vivec, he never even noticed. I was masterful in the role, though, don't you agree? Nice chat, but I've got to run. I've got a barrel of Vivec energy to collect.
That should take care of the defenses. I disabled most of the defenses in this section, but Sotha Sil installed numerous safeguards. I advise caution just in case. Barbas is ahead of us, but I know many paths through the city. Just like the fox that chased the hound. With my help, the probability calculates in your favor. But you must keep moving. The hound won't dawdle. Unless he comes upon an interesting smell. Or a tree. Since we know Barbas's ultimate destination, I can open routes he can't access. Only one logical place. To the atelier where Sotha Sil conducted his study of divine energy. Sunara would have sent the stolen power there. It's not far. What Barbas and his master want with Vivec's energy, though, remains unclear. Most of them might be a random contraption or a wandering factotum still out there. And if Barbas smuggles in more Daedra, the other defenses will become active. Clear the path while I open the route. Then I'll catch up and join you.
past the gate while that totem's protected.
The Hound is right. Safe back
All done. Must run. No one ever catches the Hound.
I can use these controls. Follow Barbas.
You are persistent, I'll give you that. Looks like you need more scoffing.
Dainty tricks. No matter. There's another path back the other way.
Vivek's toy found a way through, just like you said! But Barbas has Sunara! What does Vivek's toy have?
Vivek's toy has me!
Master, I'm close to our goal! With Vivek's energy, I can open a portal and...
Pray this works, my hound, for you interfered with a plan that wasn't intended for the likes of you!
I'm so close, Master. Soon the secrets of Sothasil City will be yours.
Get on with it, dog! Grant me access to the Clockwork City, and I'll reward you 1,000-fold!
When you're finished with those fabricants, follow me. Beautiful, isn't it? One of Sothasil's favorite atelier. I think Barbas is already inside. That's the atelier behind me. Not only is this the workshop where Sothasil experimented with divine energy, it also houses one of the reservoirs that can be used to power the entire city. A reservoir currently filled with Vivek's energy. Almost certainly. Sunara led him right to it. It won't take the Hound long to figure out how to access Vivek's stolen energy. Then he'll try to open a portal for his master, Clavicus Vile. Maybe. Probably. It's a distinct possibility. Certainly the Hound and his master think so. Whether it will actually work or not, you have to go in there and stop him. The danger's too great to ignore. As I said, the atelier is the workshop where Sothasil used Sunara to experiment with his own divine energy. The reservoir located inside was specifically designed to contain such massive power. As far as workshops go, it's a masterpiece. No, that's inadvisable. The atelier has defenses. You have no idea what it will do if it marks one of Sothasil's apprentices as an enemy. Neither do I. You go. I'll use the controls over there and help you from out here.
The defenses won't let you in.
Southern Torsion Clutch activated. Open that vault and destroy its defenses. Approach responsive now. Open the north vault and destroy its defenses. Final clutch is active. Open it and enter the energy reservoir. Range fluctuations ahead. Barbas is manipulating the energy reservoir. Hurry!
Master of this control tried to turn a portal machine! Like my new armor? I wanted to wear something special when I kill you!
Almost here! Seize Sonora, then retrieve Lord Vivek's energy from the reservoir conduit. Lots of interference. Makes it difficult to lock onto a destination.
Such a good and
I'll go ahead to stabilize the connection.
You have done enough for now. So, you're the mortal who gave my poor dog so much trouble. I suppose we should have a chat, you and I. How dare you discipline my dog? He was only trying to appease his master, and I'd never harm a hair on whatever insignificant creature you hold dear. You, on the other hand, require a lesson in manners. Indeed, what ambition! As you can see, Barbas isn't a bad dog. He does get easily excited and overzealous. He embellished my plans somewhat, but it all worked out in the end. And we found the Clockwork City. little flea thinks it's smart, but my plans are beyond its comprehension. Still, by delaying the inevitable, you caused my associates and I some trouble. You'll stay here until you're no longer a threat. How does a few decades sound to you?
Master!
Quiet, dog! Haven't you... Wait. Who dares intrude upon my lesson?
Found you. Over here. Oh. Clavicus Vile. This isn't good. I lost you somewhere between the Clockwork City and Vivec. But it was simple enough to trace your energy signature to this Daedric shrine. Unfortunately, some power is interfering with my efforts to open a portal for you. That would be unfortunate for you. Luckily, you have me to assist you. Well, me and Sonara. Expend a small amount of Vivec's energy at the statue, and that should provide enough of a distraction for me to pull you out of there.
Begone, meddling wizard! That stings!
That actually worked. Well, glad to see you're still alive, Assistant.
Hurry, Outlander. Vivec is nearly spent.
My time draws to a close. Were you successful? Can you restore my energy? So you retrieved my stolen energy. You stopped Barbas. Now, return what is rightfully mine. To quote my 75th exhortation, certainty is the brother of fear. Nothing is certain, but I have confidence in you, in what you have done. Use the staff. Return my energy, or not. In a little while. It won't matter. Oh, Sunara. And restore my energy.
Praise Vivec, his energy is restored.
Remarkable. No Ordinator or Armiger could have done any better. You uncovered a Daedric spy in our midst, brought a living god back from the brink of death, and saved all of Vardenfell. Well done, my friend. As my next sermon shall proclaim, modesty is the false cloak of a flatterer, or the sincere garment of the humble. Again, you have my gratitude, and that of all my people. Indeed, even those who rail against the Tribunal owe you their lives. You have done much for me and for Vardenfell. But as the warrior says, do not think the battle is over when the enemy is dead. The hearts and minds of the people must also be won. I must ask you for one more service. Gratitude is its own reward, I once told the crowds in Ebonheart. But I found that some of my followers appreciate something more tangible. Help me reward those who aided in the saving of Vardenfell, so we can reassure my people. To start, retrieve the Archcanon's signet from the Hall of Wisdom. It is time to appoint a new head priest. I shall gather my people and meet you at my statue on the central canton. It shall be a glorious ceremony, my friend. One last task before your service ends, my friend. Rejoice. You cursed the darkness with good reason. Now praise the return of the light. The eyes and ears of the warrior poet returns, and just in time for the gathering crowd. Were you able to locate the Archcanon's signet? Continue to guard it, for it represents not only my loyal servant Tarvus, but also the past and future of my priesthood. And take this as well, to aid you in your next task. You have been my eyes and ears in the world. Now be my hands. Within the modest sack resides gifts for my faithful servants. Blessings from me, though I would have you deliver them. You served me in adversity. Now join me in celebration. As I call forth my faithful, reach into the sack and give them the first thing you find. They shall hear my words of praise and gratitude, while it shall be your hand that rewards them. Are you ready, friend of Vivec? Overseer Shiralas, step forth. Overseer Shiralas, you sacrificed your blessing stones to aid the warrior poet. Well done. Take these recharged stones and finish building my city, after relaxing with your patient wife.
Thank you, Lord Vivec. I shall do as you ask.
Barrels up. Approach. Your knowledge of the mysteries of my brother Sotha Seal and the intricate twists and turns of portal magic were invaluable. Take this, and use it well to further your experiments.
Gemstones, filled with a tiny fraction of divine energy. Amazing and so very generous. With careful tuning, this could improve portal magic 100-fold. Thank you.
Canon Levoul, kneel before me.
Was that... Did Lord Vivec summon me?
Archcanon Tarvus served us well until his death. But when I was most in need of assistance, Canon Levoul rose to the occasion. Now rise once more as Archcanon Levoul.
My lord, I'm not worthy. But I shall endeavor to become so. Thank you. And I can't wait to inform my ancestors.
In every poem, it's the last stanza that holds the most meaning. Once a stranger to our land, now a friend forever. Step forward. You come before me with an empty sack, but have no fear. As I have written, treat your enemies well, and your friends even better. Know that I consider you to be a very good friend. Will you accept the honor I'm about to bestow upon you? Then let it be known that from this moment forth, you shall be called the Champion of Vivec, and along with my thanks, take this modest reward. I foresee even greater achievements in your future. But for now, be content to be the hero of Morrowind. Now go forth and rejoice.
go, you know. I can help clean things up around here. I know how to keep a low profile.
This isn't up for debate. You're going.
Finest merchandise around.
I don't seem to be making much progress.
Come, do your trading here.
have my word. If the Counselor is in Leowyn or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you. Why didn't you say so? Leowyn's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking. The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council, all because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection. With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct the proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate? Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help. Counselor Jirik was a member of the Imperial Elder Council, back when we still had an empire. Now her title is mostly ceremonial, but she continues to assist the legates by serving as an intermediary with the local nobility. Since the collapse of the Empire and the dissolution of the Elder Council, Leowyn has become an independent city-state. Countess Caro sits on the throne, but the Chamber of Legates governs the city. I suppose the Countess is technically the highest authority in Leowyn, but she leaves the administration of the city to the Chamber of Legates. Leviticus, another former council elder, leads this august body, along with Tebeziko and Amhalu. Counselor Jirik is a creature of habit. Her daily routine is to stroll along the river and stop to read near a cave across the way. While Everly Sharparrow examines spots the Counselor frequents in the city, you should check these locations. On paper, Countess Caro rules Leowyn, but in practice, the Chamber of Legates governs the city. Legates Tebeziko and Amhalu, and Counselor Leviticus. They handle day-to-day tasks. Me? I'm commander of the Ivory Brigade, Leowyn's militia. Indeed. Since the fall of the Empire, the Ivory Brigade had to redouble its efforts to replace the Imperial legions. We maintain active defenses in the north to keep the ongoing war at bay, but we have our hands full with refugees, bandits, and such. The Three Banners War. Let the alliances fight over the Ruby Throne as long as they leave us in peace. I just wish I had more soldiers to spare for this new threat that Everly Sharparrow brought to our attention. Everly Sharparrow is an adventurer from Valenwood, though I get the sense she's relatively new at the job. She recently arrived with news of a threat against the former members of the Imperial Elder Council. I was skeptical at first, but now... She told us that the late Emperor Leovic's steward was murdered by the Dark Brotherhood. Apparently, it pertains to some secret of the Longhouse Emperors, but those details she discussed with Counselor Leviticus. Everly found a number of documents pertaining to this secret. One of these contained a list of names. The steward and some of the counselors. She assumed that since the steward had already been killed, the rest of the list might be next.
Captain, are you really trusting the fate of Counselor Jirik to this outside...
Pico, over here. Rockgrove begs for your aid.
Counselor Jirik? Oh, pardon me. You're not the counselor. Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Counselor Jirik. Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing. She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please, find her.
Someone! Anyone! Help me! I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right. I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others. The counselors. Leofic's secret. It will be the death of us all!
Counselor Jirik! Damn, we're too late! Damn it, I'm too late. Poor Counselor Jirik. She didn't deserve to die like that. At least I don't think she did. Did you see what happened? Who attacked her? The mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Just like with Farrell Lupus. Sorry. I'm working for Councillor Leviticus, the head of the Chamber of Legates. I came to Leowyn to warn him after I stumbled across some secret concerning the Longhouse Emperors. It relates to something called the Four Ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but I'm still puzzling that out. I was working for Farrell Lupus before he was murdered. Found a strange tome with Daedric markings at his behest. Yeah, that's what brought me here. I found a list of names. Farrell Lupus and members of the Elder Council. It said they all knew something about this secret. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right. Let me have your map. I'll mark where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last seen. Go warn them, convince them to take precautions. Then meet me at Councillor Jiric's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something to shed more light on this secret. I'll get the city guards to come and gather the Councillor's body. She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Councillor Jiric's manor. When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there. Like I said, it all started when I found that strange tome for Farrell Lupus, and Emperor Leovic's journal. It was in code, but I got it translated. Sent me to a few hidden Imperial caches where I learned that the Longhouse Emperors had a secret. Right, but it turned out I wasn't the only one trying to learn more about the ambitions. A group of cracked acorns called the Order of the Waking Flame. Fanatic Mehrunes Dagon cultists. Had to put arrows in more than one of those bastards. I guess someone hired them to eliminate everyone who knows about the secret. The question is, who? And I was told by a more or less friendly Dremora named Lyrinth that the fate of our world was at stake. So of course I want to figure this all out. So Farrell Lupus hired me to retrieve a book from a retreat once used by the Longhouse Emperors. He never told me what it was, and he died before I could ask. The book is weird. It has weird pages and weird markings, and I can't read a word of it. Not much. Farrell's partner said he planned to use it to make things right, but she didn't know how. And it's Daedric, I think. I will say, carrying it's kind of a burden. And I've been having strange dreams. But I don't want to talk about that. Like I said, it all started when I...
We weren't expecting visitors. Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband is... Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk. Is there something I could help you with, perhaps? Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way? Captain Rianne? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you... My husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns. My husband, Vaylin, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farah Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him. What's taking you so long? They should...
Vaylin! No! Oh, Vaylin! Oh, my love! What happened? I thought Captain Rianne sent you to protect my husband! You know, Vaylin acted strange after the letter from Farah Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him. A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Well?
stay alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger.
Of course, Counselor.
Step back and state your business. I have every reason to believe that my life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigadine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard. I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all. Lupus, Emperor Leovik's old steward? And Jirik as well? Gods, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death. The ambitions? I heard that term once before, years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jirik's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand. Possibly. I oversaw the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find. Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the counselors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her. Possibly.
Over here! I'm glad you're here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked? Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was! I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed. I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job! Councillor Jirik's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment. Hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but So, what did you find? Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions. Good idea. We need to report in to Councillor Leviticus anyway. Let him know what we uncovered. If he has a qualified scribe, great. If not, I know someone. They helped me with those other documents. Let's go to Leyawiin Castle and talk to Leviticus. I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the councillors. I'll see you at the castle.
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Councillor Jirik was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria? And did you find definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit? That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirik and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information? It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
Captain Rian and the Ivory Brigade will deal with the Dark Brotherhood. We are perfectly safe in here.
Your damn empire, Leviticus. It no longer exists, but it's...
You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening. Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Pharaoh Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this? Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining counselors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia. Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Counselor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin. Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Counselor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort. Sadly, no. Whatever Leovic confided in Pharaoh Lupus and the others, whatever he ordered them to do, he kept it a complete secret from me. I suppose he assumed I wouldn't go along with anything illegal or Daedric, and he was right. I was, but the Elder Council was made up of almost 24 counselors. According to the list Everly Sharparrow brought me, only 7 counselors were privy to this secret. Make that 6. I have no idea why Leovic listed me among that group. Who knows what was going through Leovic's head when he wrote that entry in his journal? Varen and his rebels were literally pounding at the doors of the palace at the time. And Leovic wasn't totally in his right mind even before the rebellion. The Longhouse Emperors were Reachmen, who seized control of the Empire and ruled for some 40 years. Dukarach the Black Drake founded the ruling house. Morikar ascended to the throne after his father's death, and his son Leovic followed him. Leovic made a mistake. When he decided to declare Daedra worship as the law of the land, Duke Varen Aquilarios objected. He led a rebellion and personally dispatched Leovic in the Imperial throne room. Thus ended the Longhouse Emperor's reign. Unfortunately, no. Varen disappeared a few years later and the Empire collapsed. Now the so-called alliances are fighting over the scraps and Tamriel is in shambles. We're doing all we can just to keep Blackwood safe and secure. Eivor has always had an affinity for the Imperial military. When she received her letter of warning from Pharaoh Lupus, she sent word to me, told me she was going to the fort, that the soldiers would protect her. I fear she is badly mistaken. Only a token force of Brigadines guards Fort Blueblood. If the Dark Brotherhood is truly our enemy, I fear a lone assassin can bypass the fort's defenses with relative ease. Eivor would be better off here in the castle. Go and bring her back at once.
Fort Blueblood? That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
So much to do, so little time.
Look, Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Councillor Eibor now.
And what about my sister? She hasn't been seen since she took the Councillor her meal.
Councillor Eibor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rianne must resort to hiring sellswords? Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Councillor Eibor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed. All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well. I give you permission to enter the Watchtower. Councillor Eibor's safety is now in your hands. Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the Councillor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off. The Councillor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the Watchtower, and assigned a couple of Brigadines to guard her.
Oh no! Councillor Eibor's been murdered! But where's the servant? The Dark Brotherhood's calling card. Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions. Eibor's meal is still warm. So what happened to the servant that delivered it? We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway, they not only murdered Eibor, they probably know how to find the ambitions now. See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant... something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages? Maybe, but everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war, if that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it, we're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Eivor.
So, will Councillor Eivor be returning with you to Leyawiin? Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order? Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower. Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Thales? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower? My brigandines never left their post. Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Thales. Since you're already involved and working for Captain Rian, I want you to quietly try to find Thales. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to snuggle with.
All right.
This
Grab
one
a
does that
broom
all
and
the
start
time.
sweeping.
What? No, that's Thales's job.
And do you see Thales anywhere? No. Then start sweeping. The servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need? That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. A clear violation. The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Thales mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her since.
I suppose now I have to do Thales's chores as well as my own. She owes me one, and I aim to collect. She took the counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Eivor's a little old, but maybe Thales decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Eivor reeks of fear. Maybe Thales finds that attractive. Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
Pardons, but as much as this one loves idle chatter, there is much work to be done. Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Eivor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk. So, what did we learn? Counselor Eivor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower. Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there. Is that... Damn it! They murdered Talais too! Why would the Dark Brotherhood murder... Oh no! We need to talk about this. Alright, I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Talais down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her. No, not from what I've read anyway. I thought they only killed those whose names appeared on their contracts. I can't imagine anyone asked them to kill a poor servant. Yes, but we still need to check on Councillor Valeria, and someone needs to go to Gideon and make sure that Councillor Vandacia is all right. Can I leave those tasks to you? I want to return to Leyawiin and consult with Councillor Leviticus. Oh, good point. Before you head out, report to Commander Orton. Tell him what happened to Talais, and how we think the assassin slipped into the watchtower undetected. His brigadines need to be able to recognize an imposter when they see one. After you report to the commander, make contact with Councillors Valeria and Vandacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Vandacia works in the Gideon courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me. Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the counselors, Valeria and Vandacia. Suddenly I had a premonition. It was brief and disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake. Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking. It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away. It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
Well?
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant? That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. Gods, what a day this has been.